So, good morning, students. Today I'm going to explain you about the Python and Python related concepts. So, coming to Python, what is Python? It is a programming language. It's a object-oriented programming language. Means it consists of objects and classes instead of functions. It is created in 1991 by Guido van Rossum on the basis of a cartoon. So, it is a cross-platform independent one. It can run on any platform like Apple, OS, Linux, Microsoft, etc. It is open source one. We can download we can download it from any site like Google also we can download it. So Python is easy to use, powerful and versatile, making it a great choice for beginners and experts alike. It is a very simple and yet powerful and versatile one. It has all features. It is very useful for beginners, and it is coming to its syntax also it is very useful. So this is the Java code and this is the Python code. The basic difference is that coming to syntax is simple in Python. Coming to Java, syntax is very difficult or complex. So it contains very few lines in the lines in program contains a very few in Python, whereas in Java complex number of lines are there in program. So these are the platforms which are developed and built with the help of Python. The platforms are Facebook, Netflix, Google, Spotify, Dropbox, Philips, etc. So Python has numerous applications like image processing. So we can use Python for image processing applications also. For game development, we use a Pygame, and this is for Matplot library for Python, NumPys and Pandas. So NLP also we can done using Python. So coming to the world of Python, and this is the installation of Python. So how to install the Python and Anaconda way? First, we will click on this link. After that, we will run the installer and follow the installations instructions. Then we will run the Spider editor and create our first program like hello world.py. You can give your name also here. Like my name is raj.py also. So variables and data types. Variables are nothing but they are memory locations, means which we store our data values and names. These data values of various types, like integer. Integer consists of zeros, negative values, and positive values. Coming to floating values consists of a decimal point. And coming to Boolean values denotes it is the whether expression is true or false. Coming to string uh, string is nothing but it is a array of characters. Next list. So Python variables do not have types. So we can declare data values using variables. So coming to x equal to 1. Here we are using slash, means this is the Python comment. X equal to x plus 5. It is a integer variable. Next, coming to last one, it is a it is a string variable. So these are the variables and data types in real life. So coming to conditionals and loop statements. So this is the operation of loop statements. First we'll start, then after we'll give some input. So after the process will happen. If the process will happen, if the then the result will get. If the process First I am giving input a comma a equal to 10, b equal to 30, and I'll perform addition operation. If my output is 40, then my output will come nice. Or my output is wrong, then it will go back and again it will process. So this is the principle of the loop statements. Coming to boolean expressions. Boolean expressions, if the expression is right, then only we will get true. If the expression is wrong, then we will get false. It represents either true or false. Boolean expressions can be combined with and or not. In and, only the two operations have to be, the two expressions have to be right. Like one is less than two. One is always absolutely one is less than two. 3 is also less than 4. So both the expressions are right. We will get the true value. Next, coming to 1.5 greater than or equal to 2.5, or 2 equal to 2. In this or function, uh, any of the two expressions have to, any of the one of the expressions have to wait. It performs addition logic. It is based on addition logic. Means any one of the expression have to be true, then only we will get the true value. Not means it will perform the negation operation. And this is the structure of if uh, if statement. If my boolean expression is right, then only this elif function, then only will elif block will be executed, or else block will be executed. So I am performing if else. If my age if my age equal to 20, I am giving my age equal to 20. If my age is less than 17, then only this first statement will be printed, or else this second statement will be printed. So I am giving my in in this why I kept this int before the input means I am giving the input integer input. So my integer input is less than 17 means this statement will be printed, or else statement will be printed. So, and it is the code, it is the grading code. First I will give some grade, like my input is 60. Coming to if block 60 is less than or greater than or equal to 80. No, 60 is never greater than or equal to 80. Then I will go to elif block. In this elif block, 60 greater than or equal to 65. This statement is also not printed. And elif grade greater than or equal to 55. Yes. Then C will be printed. Like this we can develop the grading codes also by using if else. Next one we can use as so this is the this grading is done by using the conditionals. Means by using one condition we can perform the grading. So in this we will use two loop variants. They are while and for. Coming to while, first while in this we will first the condition is done. First the condition is second. After that statements will be executed. If the condition is right, then only the statements will be executed. For loop, first I will give some char equal to some string, some characters I'll give. Then I will check for this char is there in the string, then only the char will be printed. I will give some element like 1 3 5 1 5 10. I will give some element 5. So my element is in this range, then only my element will be printed. These are looping statements. It will traverse each collection's element. Conditionals and loops in real life. And these are the functions.